Tururu, tururu, tuttu. Tururu, 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 tu. Joo, pelataan Culpa Innataa taas vähän. Tässä näin. Ei varmaan tein kuolemaan. Nää tuntuu siltä. I'm doing dying, man. I'm doing dying. No, hyvä se pystyy skippaan siitä kohdasta eteenpäin. Start the gamo. Oh, the gamo. Katsottiin se. Do you know any bibliophiles, Phoenix? Tuo hyvä kysymys.
No. Gladys said, I don't think...
Näinhän on mennä oikein mihinkä. Ait. Onko siellä kirjastossa nyt sitten joku bibliofiili, joka haluaisi auttaa? Missähän tuossa se kirjastokin nyt oli sitten? Taisi olla alemmassa kerroksessa.
I shouldn't bother Ingrid.
Sitten Potteraa. Eikö tää voi mennä mihinkään muuhun kuin Ingridille? Aha, mennään sitten ykkösen. Oikeesti täällä se saakotikirjasto.
It's locked.
No, mitä on toi immigration, tai toi seremoniahuone? Ei täälläkään mitään ollut. Mitä helvetissä se nyt oli? Tuo on vaan exit. Ai come on! Missä hitossa se oli? Näet jossain oli. Tää sanoo, että se ei halua mennä sinne, koska minä en ole mikään bibliofiili. Bibliofiili. Ainakin hämärin kerros, mitä tässä koko pelissä. Tämän käyttäytymistä ei pysty tajuamaan tämän kerroksen. Tää on ihan niinku outo. Mutta se oli mun mielestä oikealla. Niinku, tää on vasen nyt tää siipi. Tää oli oikea siipi. Missä olisi kirjasto? Tää on niin vitu kryptinen paikka, että vaikka sä menet täältä, niin se tulee tuolta. Niinku näin. Nää on mitään järkeä.
I shouldn't bother to...
Tämänkin navigoiminen voi ne... Kato nyt! Historic Library. Library. No niin. Taisi olla semmonen kuvakulma, mitä ei äsken tullut. Eiku... Mitä fuck?
shouldn't bother the engineers in there. Poor novices.
Mitäs toi tietää?
What's up, Julius?
Oh, Phoenix. How are you, dear?
I'm fine. How are the classes going?
Very good. I am certain that I will pass all of them this year.
Including the physical education classes?
Yes, them too. Can't you tell? I lost a lot of weight.
Yes, I can see that. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you made enough progress just yet.
Oh, Phoenix, it is enough. I will pass all my classes and meet you at the security screening.
Right. You have to exercise a lot and study a lot before the security screening interview. You know.
Yes, Phoenix, I know.
Plus, I suggest you graduate soon, because the World Union Immigration and Naturalization Authority might be introducing a maximum age soon. Maximum age to enter the academies all around the world.
That does not matter, Phoenix. Adrianopolis Academy will never get rid of me, because I am an exception.
Julius, you know there are no exceptions in our system. Everybody gets treated fair and square.
No. I am an exception, because I have a big army.
Oh, brother. The nutty general talk again. See you later, Julius.
The armies of the mighty general took the enemy by surprise. They opened fire from every direction, slaughtering them within hours. It was a great victory for the general. His fame would endure forever.
Ai, selvä homma. Tuolla, onks toi? Tun hiire kakkonen. Puuja! Hännehän ei suostunut menee aikaisemmin.
Many of these books are left from the glory times of the great religions. Poor people. They didn't even have the right to choose their religion. Whereas now, people can choose the religion they want from thousands of New Age religion kits. Wow, look at all those dusty books. I wonder if I can find anything useful here to translate that handwritten scribble. That looks like an ancient dictionary. I should capture this.
Sitkö mennään omaan toimistoon? Mihän toi koodi tulee, mikä sieltä löytyy myös sit kuvasta? Pystyykö mä tekemään täällä? En. Niin kuin siinä oli se koodi myös, se joku numerokoodi siinä. Kuvan takana, niin mihinköhän se on? Mitäs täällä nyt on ne helvetin podit? Eihän mä nyt vittu. Pitääks mut alkaa yksitellen tähän klikkaan näin? Kai se muuttaa kaikki lennosta, mä veikkaan. Mä veikkaan, että se muuttaa kaikki lennosta. On tää saatana työmaa. Se muuten tehtiin varmaan moka jossain vaiheessa. Noin. Leena Vanderbilt. Tai joku Edgar joku. Edgar R. Kimball. Toi on Graham. Sen verran mäkin Kyrillisistä tiiä. Bly. Täällä mä Duncan. Täällä vielä tuolla. Tuolla on vielä K. Onko muita? Ei on käytetty, toi on käytetty. J-kirjaimia missään onhan siellä. Jetoja. Niitä ei taida olla. MM. Sitä ei välttämättä ole vielä muutettu. Toi on laitettu jo. OO, sitä ei ole muutettu.
It's a name list, but
Noin.
who are these people?
En tiedä. Ja itse asiassa ei oikein kiinnostakaan. Pitääkö mun jotain helvetin databasea alkaa?
That's not. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need. I don't need to.
Seven digit. Mikä se oli? Ei voi tohonkaan laittaa. No saatiin joku nimilista nyt sitten.
I have some important facts to discuss, Chief. As I was looking through a 2D photo album of Bogdanov's, I found this handwritten scribble behind one of the pictures. I managed to translate the scribbles, and they revealed a list of names.
A list of what names?
I didn't recognize any of them, Chief. Should I check them out?
No, it's probably just a list of his friends in Russia.
But some of the names appear to be World Union names, rather than Russian.
So what? We cannot access personal information of our citizens in absence of a proven link to our case.
I see your point, Chief. Chief, Bogdanov's scribble also contains a 7-digit number. I have no idea what it means.
What is it?
3865959.
That could be a military service number. Check it out in the GPSN military databases using your network node. I'll also get Julio to do some research, just in case.
Will do, Chief.
PA, upload Phoenix Wallace, access for the GPSN military databases.
En mä välttämättä tarvi mitään.
I have nothing further to mention.
Ihan hyvinhän tää etenee.
I don't need to use. A captain in the military? What the heck?
PA, add Adrianopolis GPSN military area to my navigation map.
This guard looks like he's in charge here.
Hello, I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center. I'm here to see Captain Juan Antonio Perez.
And what is this regarding, ma'am?
Official peace and security business.
Okay. First, you need to contact the personnel office. They can direct you to Captain Perez.
Thank you. And how do I find the personnel office?
I will arrange for someone to take you there. Please follow me.
Sulkeissa.
Officer
Ei
Wallace
walk.
from the Peace and Security Division.
Tainnut jäädä jostain käsikirjoituksesta vähän ylimääräistä tuohon.
Her name appears to be Aisling Monahan. That looks like an organization map. The Articles of our Constitution. That HDI is quite normal for a corporal in the armed forces.
Corporal Aisling Monahan?
Yes, and who's asking?
Hi, I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Hi, Officer Wallace. What can I do for you?
I'm here in an official capacity. I need to find Captain Juan Antonio Perez, service number 3865959.
And what type of official business are you conducting about Captain Perez?
It is regarding a murder case, Corporal.
A murder case? Who's been murdered?
A Union citizen by the name of Vasily Bogdanov was murdered, and I'm conducting the investigation.
A Union citizen? Murdered? When? Where?
In Odessa, Russia, on April 6th. I must inform you that the case has been ordered confidential by a judge.
Oh, I understand. And may I ask what Captain Perez has to do with this investigation?
I'm not sure yet, but I was hoping that he would be able to provide some answers regarding my case.
Unfortunately, Captain Perez cannot answer any of your questions.
And why is that? Has he been reassigned?
No. I regret to inform you that Captain Perez died on the night of April 1st.
He died? Are we talking about the same man here? Captain Juan Antonio Perez, with a service number of
3865959. Yes, I'm afraid so.
Juma.
Officer Monahan, can you tell me how Captain Perez died?
In a plane crash while on duty.
Oh, how tragic. But how?
He was flying a military cargo plane and had crashed into the side of a mountain.
My goodness. I thought this kind of tragedy only happened on television shows.
I'm afraid this accident was very real.
But I haven't heard anything on the news about this.
As is your case, Officer Wallace. This case is classified too.
I understand. So, Corporal, where exactly did the accident happen?
I'm not allowed to discuss any details of this case without authorization from my superior officers. I am sorry.
I see. So you haven't been told either.
I have to admit, many facts of this case were not disclosed to me, but some of them were.
And can you explain to me what's wrong with sharing facts with a fellow officer from the GPSN? Let me remind you that this investigation concerns the murder of a Union citizen.
I suppose you have a point, Officer Wallace. We're all working for the same cause, to protect our mighty Union.
So where did his plane crash?
It crashed in Rogue State territory. The remains of the plane were found on a mountainside somewhere in Russia. I do not know the exact location.
Venäjällä tapahtuu nyt aika paljon.
Did you know Captain Perez personally?
No, I did not.
How long had he been stationed here, in Adrianopolis?
I'm afraid that information is classified.
How about his personal interests? The places he used to hang out?
Officer Wallace, I have no information about his personal life at all.
Isn't there anyone who can tell me about this man?
As a matter of fact, there is.
Who is it? Please tell me.
You may want to talk to the First Lieutenant Ulrika Thorson.
And who may that be? His former co-worker?
No. Officers Perez and Thorson were sexual partners.
Yllättävää. Nämä kaikki liittyy
How
jotenkin
can I get in
seksiin.
touch with Officer Thorson?
She is commissioned here at the base. You can find her office in Logistics Wing.
Thank you for your assistance, Corporal Monahan. You've been very helpful.
And good luck to you with your investigation, Officer Wallace.
Corporal Monahan,
Corporal Monahan.
I don't want to leave. I want to find First Lieutenant Ulrika.
Pitää nyt etsiä se Ulrika. No, tai Ulrika, niin kuin toisen lausun. Lantio keinuen kohti Ulrikaa. Pada ping, pada boom. Tää taitaa löytää se heti. Ilman siinä kummempia eksymisiä. Vähän on toi seisomaasento kyllä tällä aika semmonen, että tiedät, mitä mieltä pitäisi olla. Luulisin, että tämmönen olisi koulutettu.
There's no one to ask my way around here.
Vähän ryhdikkäämpi. Aha.
I'm still lost. I'm still lost.
Ei sieltä voi mennä niinku mihinkä suuntaan.
Maybe this kiosk will help.
Näk. Enter your secure access keyword. Mikä hätty sekin on? Kuinka pitkä tää? Mikä se oli se? Tän. Se on joku 3, 8, 6, 9, 5, 9, 5. Tuli vissiin katsottu tarpeeksi monta kertaa väärin.
Shit, I better take off.
Ups. Toi ei näytä yhtään epäilyttävältä.
That was close.
Voi Jeesus sentään, eikö ne pitää kameroita tuolla käytävillä?
It's a fire exit chart. I can't waste my time on a fire chart. I need to find First Lieutenant Thorson.
Joo, mutta kun pitäis varmaan...
It's a fire extinguisher. Maybe First Lieutenant Thorson has something to do with the fire code here.
You never know. First Lieutenant Ulrika Thorson from Logistics Department.
I'm still lost.
I'm still lost. No vittu.
I don't need to use that anymore.
No mutta mun pitäis päästä jotenkin sinne Logistics Department. Mistä mä sain koodin tohon? Kysynpähän vaan. Tuskin näilläkään nyt mitä voi tehdä. Enter your secure access keyword. Mistä mä en tiedä mikä toi on? Miksi sä tänne kirjoittaa sitä numerosarjaa? 7 digit number. Montas tähän nyt pystyy laittamaan? 6. Ei se ei kuitenkaan menisi tähän. No nyt tää pystyy kattoon tätä kun...
Thorson is one of the fire marshals. I should be able to find her room now.
No nyt se pystyy sitä kattoo, kun eka piti sit saada tämä törpästä kattoo, että you contact Ulrika Thorson. No meepä sit sinne. Nytkö löytyy? No nyt löytyy heti.
I'm Senior Peace Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Peace Center here in Adrianopolis.
How can I help you?
Hyvä kun ensin on se, että mulla ei ole aikaa
I need to speak with
mitään
you
tämmöstä
regarding your late sexual partner,
pelastuskarttaa
Captain Juan
kattoo.
Antonio Perez.
Siinä on sulkenut tän nimi suoraan. Ensin pitää kauhean vaikea katsoa sitä vaahtosammutinta katsoa, tai siinä lukee sen nimi, ja sit voi katsoa jotain pelastuskarttaa. Sit voi jumalauta.
How long were you partners with Captain Perez?
Our relationship started almost 6 months ago. Then it was ended, abruptly.
I'm really sorry for your loss, Officer Thorson.
Thank you. But life continues and, as they used to say, the show must go on.
Well put, Officer Thorson. Your dedication is admirable.
Thank you for your kind words. But I am just trying to fulfill my duty to the best of my ability.
What can you tell me about your relationship with him?
It was a relationship based on love and respect. But wait a minute. Why are you asking me all these questions?
I'm working on a murder case, and Captain Perez's name came up during my investigation.
A murder case? What murder case?
A Union citizen named Vasily Bogdanov was murdered in Odessa, Russia.
Murdered in Odessa? I didn't know one of our citizens was murdered there.
The case is being kept confidential until further investigation is made.
I see. And what does Antonio have to do with this murder?
His name was on a list of Mr. Bogdanov's.
What kind of list?
I'm still working on that.
When did this murder happen, anyway?
On April 6th.
Antonio was already dead by then.
Yes, I know. So, what is your duty here, Officer Thorson?
I am responsible for the logistics of our operations on the eastern border.
And what does that exactly constitute?
Our troops and installations along the border have certain needs. Any needs they require, now or in the future, are my responsibility.
You have a tremendous load on your shoulders, Officer.
Yes, I do.
Are you ever in touch with the Rogue State authorities?
Occasionally I am. Remember, it's their border too. And they also have plenty of installations.
Are you on friendly terms with them?
Generally, we are. I mostly deal with the Russians, and their officers are very kind and courteous.
If they have friendly intentions, then why do we have so much security along the border?
Why do you think they are called the Rogue States? It's because we don't know what they are up to. They are very unpredictable and untrustworthy. Besides, there are vicious criminal groups over there that the Russian government has no control over. You're a peace officer, you should know about all this.
Just wanted to get the opinion of a border security expert. So, tell me, Officer Thorson, was Captain Perez interested in art?
In art? Are you sure this is related to your investigation?
Yes, it is.
Well, let me tell you. Antonio was not an art enthusiast.
Are you sure, Officer Thorson?
Of course. He couldn't identify a Picasso, even if it was right before his eyes.
I see. So he didn't mention any art interests to you recently?
No. Antonio and I only had limited time together, so we usually focused on other, more immediate needs.
Physical needs?
Exactly.
Did Captain Perez ever mention going to the Thing Store?
What store?
The Thing Store, down at the pyramid.
I am sorry, Officer Wallace, but we have a very busy schedule at this base. We rarely have time to browse the pyramid.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. There are great stores at the pyramid, and the Thing Store happens to be one of my favorites.
And what do they sell in these Thing stores?
Oh, all kinds of original decorative ornaments.
What did you say the name of the store was?
The Thing Store.
I remember Antonio talking about a Thing store, but I never thought Thing was actually the name of the store.
It is, and I suggest you check it out sometime.
I will try to remember to do that, Officer Wallace.
Give urgent message. Proceed to my office immediately.
I have an urgent call from my headquarters First Lieutenant Thorson. Can we continue at another time?
Certainly, Officer Wallace. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Julio finally came up with some useful information. Right, Julio?
Yes, Chief.
We're all ears. Julio?
Oh, yes. This Bogdanov fellow.
Please, a little respect. Addressing a deceased person.
Sure. Mr. Bogdanov arrived to the Union 3 years ago.
Okay, we already know that. Tell us something new, Julio.
He brought more than $1.3 million with him.
Wow.
An impressive amount. I wonder where he got it from.
I have more gossipy stuff, too.
Excuse me, what kind of stuff?
Just that he immigrated with his nuptial partner. In Russia, of course.
And what was her name?
Larissa Lukin, his primary sexual partner, was his former nuptial partner.
No way.
I suppose Miss Lucan never mentioned this to you, Phoenix?
No, she did not.
Very well. What else, Julio?
Yes. There's this stuff about his finances.
What about his finances?
He made a lot of money over the last 2 months. And then bang!
What does bang mean, Julio?
Oh, he withdrew it all on April 6th.
What did he do with it?
He took a banker's check.
Curious. Why would he want to do that? Anything else?
Not really. I uploaded all the details to your PAs.
Thank you, Julio. Your timing was somewhat late, but nevertheless. Let me add that we have an autopsy report for Mr. Bogdanov. He was murdered by a 9mm firearm. 9mm is a typical bullet size for a handgun in the Rogue States.
Ouch. That would hurt.
Yes, Julio. No. Julio, you are dismissed. I had a look at Bogdanov's financial information, and I found it to be very interesting. I suggest you take a close look at it.
Sure, Chief, provided that Julio uploaded it to my PA.
I'm sure he did. He may not be as smart as you are, but he's definitely very ambitious. He sees this case as an important stepping stone for his future, and so should you.
Yes, Chief. Of course I do.
You need to be more convincing than that. So far, your progress in this case has been average.
Average.
I suggest you focus better, or else you may lose your status as my lead investigative officer.
I understand, Chief.
Good. I also noticed Melvin Philip Spencer's name in Bogdanov's bank records. What do you make of that?
Oh, the man that died using the illegal device. I don't know, but I can investigate.
Do that. But don't spend too much time on it. That case is being handled by our headquarters, and I don't want you to step on anybody's toes.
Sure, Chief. I'll be careful.
I'll get Spencer's autopsy report sent to you. One more thing. After you carefully examine Bogdanov's finances, ask Pierre DeVille's opinion. I bet he'll make some interesting remarks.
Pierre DeVille? All right.
In the meantime, I believe you have certain questions to ask Ms. Lukin.
PA, access GPSN census database and add Melvin Spencer's address to my navigation map. But I better pay a visit to Larissa first. She's been hiding stuff from me.
Miten niin mä teen average-hommaa?
Hi, Larissa.
Mä oon helvetin hyvin edennyt.
Oh, hi again, dear.
Sakin Dagmar.
Thank you.
Tiukka täti.
How are you today?
Oh, maybe a little better. How is the investigation going?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that.
Oh, did you find out who the murderer is?
Not yet. But there are some issues that make me concerned.
Oh, is there anything I can do to help?
Larissa, I am totally disappointed with you.
Phoenix, why, dear?
Because you have been lying to me about your past.
Oh, now hui.
You lied to me about your history with Mr. Bogdanov, and I want to know why.
I was scared.
Of what?
You know, nuptial agreement. Not acceptable. We decided to keep it a secret.
Come on. You don't expect me to believe that. I want the truth this time, not any petty excuses.
I was scared. Really scared.
Of what?
The Gambinos.
What did you say you're scared of?
The Gambinos.
Who are the Gambinos?
They are the scariest people of Russia.
What do they do?
They are the biggest Russian mafia.
Sano, että Venäjän mafia on Bogdanovin perässä.
Why are you scared of the Gambinos?
Ei nyt ole vaikea tajuta sitä.
Used to be one of them.
You must be joking.
Unfortunately not.
Was Mr. Bogdanov still linked with the Gambinos while he was living in the Union?
Surely not. He stole money from them so that we could come here.
I wonder how he got away with it.
Vasily was a very clever and trusted man. He is not one of the notorious. They trusted him with the money.
So he stole from them to come to the Union?
Yes. He told me he cannot take it anymore, so we made a plan.
Tää huomenna kun on hammaslääkärin sanottu noista eukalihaksista. Pääsiks kaupungin kautta johonkin hierontaan, pitääks mennä maksaa ite?
They do have a reason.
Indeed, they do. Larissa, lying to a GPSN employee is a serious offense. You should know better.
I know, Phoenix. I told you I was not emotionally fit to behave politically correct.
I suppose you did, but you must never do it again. Understood?
Promise, my dear.
I have other things to get done today, but I'll be back. So Bogdanov used to be a Gambino crime family member. So hard to believe.
Yet Larissa sounded convincing enough for a change. I know it's late, but I need to report my findings to Chief Morrison.
You better have a good reason for bringing me here this late.
Larissa Lucan
Luulis, että tämmöisessä murhatutkimuksessa saa nyt ottaa yhteyttä johtajan oikein on aika mikä tahansa. Eikä siinä, että ootelkaa nyt huomisaamuun.
You don't say? Mr. Bogdanov must have been a graduate of the Randy Hamilton School of Security.
I beg your pardon, Chief. Are you talking about Senior Officer Randy Hamilton, my predecessor? I didn't know he owned a school for security training.
Of course he didn't. I was being sarcastic. When I started my tenure here 5 years ago, Randy was the only security screening interviewer. Later we learned that many of the novices he had interviewed and approved were convicted of serious crimes committed once they were living in the Union. I immediately suspended and eventually fired him when I had gathered enough scientific evidence.
Oh, I didn't know that. Was he that bad of an interviewer?
Yes, and he was a terrible judge of character. I think he believed that everybody had a right to live in the Union. I even had to take over the interviews myself, until I commissioned you and a few others.
I see.
Phoenix, I want you to pretend that you know nothing about the shortcomings of Randy Hamilton. Maybe our Ms. Lucan has more skeletons to offer us from her closet.
Evidently, Larissa Lucan told me that Bogdanov had been a Gambino accountant, and that he was never a part of any duty involving violence. She insists that Bogdanov hated being part of a crime family, and so he took the risk of stealing money in order to immigrate here.
A Gambino accountant on the run? They certainly have a reason to fry his ass.
Excuse me, Chief?
I said the Gambinos have a very good reason to have had this man killed. Don't you agree?
Vähän lipsahti
I certainly do,
hahmosta
Chief.
ulos.
Maybe some of Bogdanov's buddies that Piper mentioned to you were actually Gambino crime family members.
Oh, come on, Chief. How could that be? Our border controls would definitely have caught them.
Are you sure? Don't forget about the Randy Hamilton School of Security. There are several documented cases of rogue staters who have outsmarted our border security professionals.
I suppose you have a point there, but I think it's very unlikely.
I only have a little time. Continue.
You were right about Bogdanov's 7-digit number, Chief. It belonged to a Captain Juan Antonio Perez of the GPSN military.
So, did you find this Captain Perez? Does he have anything to do with Bogdanov?
I can't tell yet, Chief. And unfortunately, Captain Perez isn't around to answer my questions either. He's dead.
What? How did he die?
He died in a plane crash over Russian soil. The details of the accident are being kept confidential.
Who's your contact there?
I talked to the Personnel Officer Corporal Monahan and First Lieutenant Thorson, who happened to be Perez's sexual partner. First Lieutenant Thorson and Captain Perez had been sexual partners during the previous 6 months.
Nyt varmaan vieläkään tarvita mitään varantteja.
What should I...
Nyt taaskaan sitä tyyppiä tää. Ai. Okei. Ja sit mennään nukkumaan. Bogdanov Financials. Pitääks näitä jotenkin tutkia jollain? Mulla on vaan sensus database. Tuskin toi edelleenkään löytää.
Nope. I don't need to use.
Jaa. Mä mietin, että pitäis se saatana tolleen.
I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to.
Ai eikö se oo kotona? Mä skippasin vaan ton suosio.
Hello, dear.
Hi, Sandra.
Want to meet tonight?
Sure.
At the cafe? Round 8?
Alrighty.
See ya.
Bye.
En aio sitten jutella tonkaan yhtään mistä.
Greetings. This is the home of Pierre DeVille. How may I help you?
This is Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center. Is Mr. DeVille inside?
Negative. Mr. DeVille is not inside. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes. Please have Mr. DeVille contact me immediately.
Senior Peace Officer Phoenix Wallace, thank you for your cooperation.
I don't need to talk to him.
Aha. Ois ehkä voinut itekin soittaa, mutta...
Wow, a beautiful classical painting. I bet Dr. Spencer had an expensive taste in art.
Might be. Might be.
There are boxes everywhere. That used to be his private pool, I suppose. A very worn, printed book. Dr. Spencer must have been reading it quite often. Sir Thomas More. Dr. Spencer must have been a fan of this man.
Ei voi tehdä mitään. Selvä.
Oh, a round bed. Sandra claims that you haven't had real sex until you've had it on a round bed. According to her thinking, I guess I've never had sex.
Aha. Selvä. Mikähän ton kirjan juju? Miksiköhän se voi vaan ottaa sitä tosta? No. Pitää tulla takaisin joskus. Täällä ei ole yhtään mitään.
Hello, Officer Thorson. Do you have some time for me?
Yes, I do. Officer Wallace.
Do you know if Captain Perez received any type of art consultancy recently?
Antonio and art consultancy. I hardly think so.
Why not?
Officer Wallace, have you ever been to one of our living quarters on this base?
No, never had the privilege.
Let me tell you, those quarters are so cramped, there is no room to add any art objects. Plus, Antonio had no appreciation for art.
Are you sure he had no appreciation for art?
Of course. He couldn't identify a Picasso,
Taas
even
sama
if it
laini.
was right before his eyes.
I see. So he didn't mention any art interests to you recently?
No. Antonio and I only had a limited time
Ja te
together,
harrastitte seksiä
so we
silloin.
usually focused on other, more immediate needs.
Physical needs?
Exactly.
Aina samat vastaukset.
Do you know if Captain Perez had any NGO duties?
I am not sure, but I highly doubt it.
Why is that?
Our busy schedule keeps us from performing any other duty. Our tasks require total concentration. It is very difficult for an active armed force personnel to make that kind of time-consuming commitment.
I believe you don't need to anyhow. You're already doing so much for the society.
Thank you for your kind words. I wish some of our commanding officers shared your view.
You mean you're pressured to get involved in NGO duties?
There is quite a bit of pressure from some of the higher officers. But thankfully, not the SCEE.
What?
Our SCEE, Supreme Commander of Eastern Europe. He issued a recent memo and instructed all personnel to disregard such pressures.
Voi veljet.
Have you ever met any of Captain Perez's other sexual partners?
No, I have not.
Were you not curious about his other suitors?
Oh, why should I be? Do I look like the jealous and insecure type to you?
No, I wasn't implying that. I was just...
Is this really relevant to your investigation?
Maybe not.
Then do you mind sticking to topics that are relevant?
Not at all. I don't want to take much of your time today, First Lieutenant Thorson. Can we continue later?
Certainly. Officer Wallace. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Phew. That was close. Be careful, Phoenix. You almost pissed her off.
Semmosta se on. Kysellään.
That's our Marine Corps' motto. They're the core of the Union military forces.
Mitä vittua? We were born in the bomb crater. Our mother was an M413 and our father was the devil. Each moment that I live is an additional threat upon your life. I am a rough-looking, roving soldier of the sea. I am cocky, self-centered, overbearing, and I do not know the meaning of fear, for I am fear itself. I am a green, amphibious monster made of blood and guts, who arose from the sea, festering on enemies of the World Union throughout the globe. Räväkkää tekstiä. Whenever it may arise, and when my time comes, I will die a glorious death on the battlefield, giving my life to the corps and the Union flag. We stole the eagle from the Air Force, the anchor from the Navy, and the rope from the Army. Mitä? Kissa saatana. On the seventh day, while God rested, we overran his perimeter and stole the globe, and we've been running the show ever since. We live like soldiers and talk like sailors and slap the hell out of both of them. Soldier by day, lover by night, drunkard by choice. Marines are the absolute. Mitä vittua? Hyvää läppää. Käsittämätön. Siis ihan tehtävä, että tahaa tee läpääks tommonen. Läpääks toi tolleen, että yeah, America, fuck yeah. Pim pam pam pam, pim pam pam pam. Tuo on käyty.
Gladys said.
Oikos täällä vielä Thing Stories Piipperin kai jotain juteltavaa?
Do you know about any of Mr. Bogdanov's sexual partners?
Sexual partners? I have no desire to discuss Mr. B's sex life.
Why not?
I guess you have never met him. The man was totally repulsive, and I don't even want to imagine him having sex.
Boy, aren't we picky. You sure you didn't meet any of his sexual partners?
Not to my knowledge. He probably didn't have any partners anyway.
As a matter of fact, he did.
Spare me the details. I just had my lunch.
Do you have a regular group of customers here at the Things store?
Yeah, we do. The regulars stop by a couple of times each week to see the latest things.
They do? I usually check them over the internet.
Our regulars are a little well off, you know? Devotees. Most of them. They tend to like to come into the store and feel the thingies on a regular basis.
Those devotees don't tend to stroll in every shop. Why do you think they regularly visit yours?
'Cause it's fashionable, Ms. Wallace, to stroll through the Things store.
To your knowledge, was Mr. Bogdanov involved in any other business ventures?
He kept mentioning some art consultancy deal with some artist guy.
Do you know if this art consultancy was going well?
That's what he kept saying. His newly acquired status wasn't from the Things store sales, that's for sure.
How can you be so sure?
'Cause I am a sales clerk, and I know our sales curve has been very flat in the last quarter.
You don't sound convinced about this art consultancy deal.
What can I say? Mr. B didn't seem to have a background in art at all. He certainly wasn't the artsy-fartsy type.
So, let's hear your theory about his sudden wealth.
My theory? I think there was something fishy going on. I saw one of his foreign buddies bring in some stuff that we never displayed in the store. The boxes were taken straight up to his office.
What do you think was in those boxes?
Don't ask me. We weren't told anything about those boxes, and we were never welcomed in Mr. B's office in the upper level. Unless, of course, we were willing to...
Willing to what?
Never mind.
Tell me what you do know about those boxes.
I have no idea what was inside those boxes, but I overheard something about customers renting their contents.
And which customers are you referring to?
The ones he would take up to his office, and later he would tell us that he had just made some big art consultancy deal. Ha! My foot! He was lying through his teeth.
I think I have all I need from you. You've been a great help, Piper. Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye!
Finally, I was able to get some useful information from somebody at the Things store. I think it's time to report my findings to Chief Morrison.
Voi vittu, kun pitää koko ajan käydä raportoimassa.
You better have a good reason for
Piper Darlington told me that Bogdanov's newly acquired wealth couldn't have been from Things store sales. She insists that the sales curve of the store had been flat in the last quarter. Moreover, Piper isn't convinced about Bogdanov's art consultancy business at all.
Is that right? So, does Ms. Piper have a theory about Bogdanov's wealth?
As a matter of fact, she does. Piper claims that Bogdanov's art consultancy can be a cover for something else.
Such as?
Evidently, some of Bogdanov's foreign buddies had brought some merchandise to the store. This merchandise was never displayed. Apparently, these boxes were taken straight up to Bogdanov's office.
Does Piper know what was inside those boxes?
No, she doesn't. However, she overheard something about certain customers renting the contents of these boxes.
Which certain customers?
I don't know yet. Evidently, after taking these customers up to his office, Bogdanov would later tell everyone that he had just made a big art consultancy deal. However, Piper thinks he was lying about these deals.
Do you think he was lying?
Perhaps he was. I should visit the Thing Store's headquarters at the business district and check the store's rental figures.
Keep me posted on what you find out. I only have a little time.
First Lieutenant Thorson told me that Captain Perez had no NGO duties. She pointed out that their busy schedule keeps them from performing any other duty in the GPSN military corps. She claims that it is very difficult for an active armed force personnel to make that kind of time-consuming commitment.
Oh, please, Phoenix, will you get to the point?
Pardon me, Chief. I thought you would want to hear all of this.
Kiva, kun ei ollut mitään muuta vaihtoehtoja pakko ottaa, se niin joutuu naurun alaiseksi. Pierre de Ville vois...
Chief, I would like to have a questioning warrant for Pierre de Ville, Bogdanov's business partner.
For Pierre de Ville? Can you tell me why?
He is a very untrustworthy character, and I believe he has a tendency towards violence.
Is that right? And how did you figure that out?
His interest in firearms is a clear indication of a tendency towards violence to me. Besides, he claims that he is an explosive and deadly kind of guy.
I understand that his behavior was strange, but some men tend to focus on an old-style masculinity in order to make an influence on the opposite sex. I think he was making a pass at you.
He is truly creepy, Chief Morrison, and not politically correct at all.
Sometimes I am not politically correct either. Does it make me a criminal? Your request is denied.
Damn.
I have nothing further to mention. PA, add Thing Store chain headquarters at Adrianopolis Business District to my navigation map.
Mitä kello? 7 p.m. Mutta onko siellä klubilla ketään? Ai niin, se saakuti Alessandra. Laitas vaatteet, kun mennään kahviin. Tossa on vähän erilaiset. Ota tuon siniset hiukset, jumalauta.
I need to get going.
I need to get going. Mä en sitten jaksa
Hi, dear.
keskustella yhtä. Nyt gossipoidaan tälleen tästä eteenpäin.
Sandra, I need to leave. PA, add Gary's shoes at the pyramid.
Ai sieltä olisi tullut oikeasti jotain niinku tietoa.
Also, refresh my Zap store link. We are going shopping.
Koska yleensä noi gossipit on ollut ihan täyttä paskaa. Siis sillä, että niinku sä vaan juttelet sen kanssa vinkumisen perään. Ei kiinnosta. Ja nyt sitten kun juttelee, niin päättää skipata, niin sieltä olisi saattanut tuoda jotain mehukasta. Aivan vittu sama. Ihan täysin turhaa toi tommonen. Joo, ymmärrät, että kaverin kanssa pitää mennä kahvilla, mutta ei missään videopelissä tarvitse mennä kaverin kanssa kahvilla. Herra jumala sentään. GPSN offices.
That dumbass. Who does he think he is? He's way
Julio.
behind me.
Thanks to my superior intellect and strong research instincts, I finally figured out the 7-digit number you found behind the dead guy's 2D photo belongs to a member of our mighty armed forces, Captain Juan Antonio Perez. You'd better check this man out at the military corps. Let me know if you need more assistance on this issue. Hei, mä oon käynyt siellä jo. Julio. Onko se vähän daiju? Onko Pieru tullut kotiin? Ei. Tonne ei tuu kutsua. Käydään military corps.
Hello. When did you last see Captain Perez?
I believe it was the second week of March.
And is there anything in particular that you can remember about that last meeting with him?
Nothing in particular. It was just our normal sexual interlude.
Was your relationship purely based on sex?
Of course it was. Our code of conduct requires us to have relationships, purely based on physical needs.
How about your relationships with civilians?
Same rule applies. Actually, it's even stricter. We are not to discuss any business matters with civilians.
Can you discuss business matters with a military partner?
Yes, we can, provided both parties have enough clearance.
Did you discuss business with Captain Perez?
Sometimes we did, but we preferred to do that during meetings and save our personal time for mind-clearing activities.
Mind-clearing? You did yoga or something?
More like Kama Sutra, I would say.
Oh, I see. How often did you meet, anyhow?
Well, we met once or twice a week for a few hours.
However, before his death, you didn't meet for over 2 weeks.
That is correct. Oh, we didn't.
Was Captain Perez on duty during the last 2 weeks of March?
Not entirely. His duties were only for a few days at most.
Then, was there a specific reason why you didn't meet during that time?
There was no specific reason. Come to think of it, we may have just been busy.
Did he have any other sexual partners that he may have been seeing at that time?
I am sure he had other partners, but I didn't care, so I never asked about them. Our exchange was on a different level. It was intense and euphoric. I am certain he wouldn't have given me up for an inferior substitute.
So there's no
Yes,
specific
I
reason
know that.
you and Captain Perez did not meet?
None worth mentioning. Officer Wallace, I have something to confess.
Jaha.
What is it?
During our last few intimate encounters, I noticed something strange about Antonio's behavior.
What was his behavior like?
Usually, our sex was very aggressive, but on these occasions, he was more aggressive than usual for no apparent reason.
Then what?
He was crying like a baby, following our climax.
Why would anyone cry at a moment like that?
I don't know. It sure perplexed me.
Ihanaa, kun näkee mitään
We
tunteita.
unfortunately never had time to talk about it.
I don't want to take much of your time today, First Lieutenant Thorson. Can we continue later?
Certainly. Officer Wallace.
Pyhä Jumala sentään, kun tää ei pääse eteenpäin missään asiassa.
Hyper-emotional and aggressive behavior. You heard that one before somewhere else,
Mm.
didn't you, Phoenix?
Kaikki on hyperemotionaalisia. Ja the urgent message, voi vittu. Alessandra.
Hey, Phoebe.
Hi, Sandra. Let me guess. You're calling about my clubbing outfit.
That's right.
Ai niin me mennään klubbaileen tänään.
Nope. I've had no time for it yet.
Hey, get your ass in gear. You hear?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Mennään
Talk to you
shoppaan.
later.
Bye.
Dark Mari tykkää, mutta mennään shoppailemaan. Zap. Zapit, zap, zap. Täällä on aika rubia kenkiä, et sinänsä hyvä, että mennään ostaa kengät.
My fashion consultant at this store. I really like her.
Tykkääkö se susta?
Hi, Theodora.
Todella jämäkkä asu sillä.
Where have you been? We have all these new outfits that came in this week, and I was afraid you would miss them.
I guess I've been busy, but I'm here now. I need an outfit suitable for dancing.
Sure. Your lease agreement with us states that you can get any of our silver or bronze line of garments. Just follow me.
They walk.
Wow, look at all these styles. I don't know what to try on first.
Onko mitään keinonahkasta? Lähdetään oikein kunnolla
Why
klubbailemaan.
don't you try this? It will look great on your body.
Okay.
Changes. Juma!
Bad.
No, siinä on keinonahkaa.
I think it
Ja
looks great.
mitkä helvetit on, mitkä menee tosta tissien päätä?
Sure. I would definitely take it if I were you.
All right. I'll trust your judgment. Thanks, Theodora.
Finally, I have a dress that Sandra won't complain about. Sometimes she can be so critical about my
Eikö
clothing.
mun pitänyt hakea sitä paitsi kengät? Eikö toi olikin se kenkäkauppa? Ai. Comfort starts here.
Obviously, she is no Imelda Marcos.
Ei varmaan ookaan.
Wow, those look expensive. But not exactly my style.
Mä siinä just sanoin, että tosi rumaton myös. Että älä murehdi sitä tuossa.
He looks like the store manager.
Al Bundy.
Why is it that shoe salesmen always appear disappointed with their lives?
Hi.
Yes, how can I help you, ma'am? Looking
How
for a
can I
new
help you,
pair?
ma'am? Looking for a new
No,
pair.
used pair. Duh.
Ja vittuilua
Yeah,
käynti.
whatever. What size are you?
I wear 10.5.
Wow. Any relation to Bigfoot in North America?
Excuse me?
Nothing. It's just hard to find a woman who is truthful.
What are you talking about? People don't lie in our society.
They don't, with the exception of their shoe size. You see those cows over there?
You're so rude.
Just hear me out, okay? I'm not the rude one. They are. They claim that their feet are 2 sizes smaller than they really are.
They probably made a mistake. So what?
So what? Me, the poor shoe salesman, Al, has to squeeze
Se nimi on Al, jopa tällainen kunnon Al Bundy
It's
referenssi.
worse than Saxon torture.
What is Saxon torture?
The only thing that's worse than being a shoe salesman.
Sen takia se puhuu tolleen vähän käheellä äänelläkin. Ed O'Neillillähän on vähän tommonen, ei nyt ihan toi käheä, mut kuitenkin.
And tried to squeeze them into tiny shoes?
No, I can't say that I have. But you really should do something about your attitude before you lose all your customers.
How can I change my attitude? They're all out there to torture me.
I don't need this. I'm going.
Whatever. Have it your way.
Eli ei osteta kenkiä. Hyvä.
That jerk. How dare he talk to me like that? Oh no, I am not gonna let him ruin my shopping. I came here to buy shoes, and I will.
Okei.
Hi, again.
Oh, it's the one with the big feet and the attitude.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. And this time, I'd appreciate if you keep your mouth shut. I just want to check out the shoes.
The stable is next door. Why don't you try them?
Very funny, Mr. Shoe Man. I think I'm gonna report you to the Customer Complaints Department. What's the name of your company or guild?
Other customers tried to get rid of me before, but never succeeded. Don't you see? The company wants to torture me too.
Yeah, right. What's the name of your company, mister?
It says right on that window, Miss Bigfoot.
It's called Gary's Shoes? That's it?
Yes, and we have only 2 branches. One here, and one at a lousy mall in Chicago.
Okay, Mr. Shoe Man.
Siinähän se
I
tuli.
will file a formal complaint to your
Sehän Al Bundyhän on Chicagossa töissä. Oi jumalauta.
rules.
Kunnon metatasosetti heitetty tähän.
You got me all nervous now.
We'll see how nervous you'll get when your company
Intertekstuaalinen
executes my
viittaus.
complaint.
Jotenkin huvittaa, että
Sure. Let's rock.
miksiköhän tähän on nimenomaan laitettu toi Al Bundy-hahmo tähän niinku sekoilemaan.
I have nothing to say to that jerk.
Jotenkin huvittavaa.
I bet her motto is, if it fits, bye.
Nää on ite ihan yhtä vittumainen ja rude noille asiakkaille. Niinku mielessä. Ei sitä toki sanonut sitä päin naamaa, niin että no se on niinku se ero, mutta niinku muuten niin.
It looks like an electronic form. I bet I can use that to file my complaint.
He's a born loser and actually humiliated me. Ehkä mä en ihan noin julmasti halua ite laittaa.
I still feel furious. I don't think I made that complaint harsh enough.
No voi jumalauta, on tääkin katkera. Tätä hyödyttää, että me vingutaan tälleen. Tosi lapsellista. Saatana.
I have filed so many multiple choice complaint forms in my life, but never came across such an accurate description of what actually happened. They must have added that option specifically for this jerk.
No niin, onko lapsellinen kiukkupuuska jo ohi? Kuvittelee olevansa jotenkin parempi ihminen kuin muut, ja sitten on ihan yhtä lapsellinen vinkuja.
It's getting late.
It's getting late.
Hey, I got a delivery. My new dress is here.
Tosi kauhean näköisiä noi tuolien rungot, noi valkoiset. Mä toivon, että noi mitenkään... Toivon, että noi bukaa, ettei niitä ole suunniteltu ton näköisiksi, koska aika kauhean. No varmaan se uusi mekko. Jotenkin täältä päälle. Ei mitään hajoa, mitä se laitetaan päälle. Pitääkö se ottaa tää tuubista? No just sä sanoit, että sieltä tuli deliver. Voi... Fucking... Mennäänkö me nyt sinne klubille? En mä tiedä. Miten tää paska toimii? Me tänään pitää mennä klubittaa. Klubittaa. Ei mikä kupittaa, vaan klubittaa. Kontaktilist. Alexandra.
I'm certain she already made plans for tonight.
Mikä vitu päivä me mennään klubittaa? Puhuu niinku today. Eikö se nyt sit oo niinku tänään? Ei. Mä menen nukkumaan sitten. Pipupu. Pipupu.
Darn. Hope she comes back soon.
Aha, Ulrikka lähti menee. Tonne ei pääse, tonne ei pääse, tonne ei pääse. Käydään sitten täällä.
Anti-Chaos Society is a relatively new NGO. Their aim is to raise awareness about the destructive effects of chaos and disorder. Their slogans are so vivid and powerful.
Anti-Chaos Society. Fear nothing but the destructiveness of chaos. Our ranks are growing every day since the start of our chapter here 2 years ago. There are now 4,000 members in the Adrianapolis area. Our members are active in 6 different rogue states, including Russia. Mitäs nää oli nää pömpöt?
It's a kiosk of the NGO Alliance. An NGO...
Eipä sitä voi käyttää. Mennään tänne.
The thing...
Varmaan tuolle pitää höpötellä.
Hi, I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Hello, Officer Wallace. My name is Rika. How can I help you today?
Rikka Harja. So your franchises can never rent the things in their stores.
Hi, Rika. I need information regarding one of your franchises.
And which franchise are you referring to, Officer Wallace?
The Thing Store here at the Pyramid.
Okay, just one moment. Our Public Relations Officer, Mr. Richard A. Ackerman, will be pleased to speak with you.
Thank you. And how can I find Mr. Ackerman?
His office is on the 3rd floor. Please take the elevator up, and his office is on the 2nd door to your right.
Please take the elevator.
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. Have a nice day, Officer Wallace.
Officer Pallis.
Hello, Mr. Ackerman.
Edelleenkin naurattaa ja naurattaahan se, hei.
Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Welcome, Officer Wallace.
Onpa jotenkin tavallisen näköiset vaatteet tolleen. Muutenkin tommoinen. Verrattuna kaikkiin muihin hahmoihin tässä.
I have a few questions for you.
Sure. Anything to help. What a tragic incident.
Can you tell me about the things that were rented from your Adrianopolis store in the last 2 months?
Sure. But there isn't much to tell because we have no rental policies.
So, your franchises can never rent the things in their stores?
Never. We only have sales and leasing policies.
Are you sure?
Of course. It's all written in our company rules book.
Thank you.
Ense voitti 3. karpa.
I'm sorry, but I have to leave now.
Sure, as you
Sehän
wish.
Thanks for all your help.
Anytime, Officer Wallace.
2-1
No
G2.
rental policy at the Thing Store. Now, what might Mr. Bogdanov be renting out to these affluent customers? And why behind closed doors? I doubt that he can help me any further.
Any skeletons? Papadibada. Any skeletons in the closet? Voi Antraksia se. Voi Alessandra, fuck off!
Hey, Phoebe.
Hi, Sandra. Let me guess. You're calling about my clubbing outfit.
That's right. So what did you find?
I got a terrific dress, but no shoes yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get your ass to Gary's shoes and buy a pair.
Ai senkö takia me ei menty vielä?
I'll be on my way soon.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Senkö takia me ei menty klubbailemaan, kun mulla ei nyt kenkiä vielä? No niinpä tietysti. Onks tää nyt ketään, kenen puhuu täällä alhaalla? Ei kaikki työntekijät on yhtäkkiä kadonnut. Juoksee! Noniin. Tätä on kyllä hankala pelivälillä. Semmoista pelit on ihan missä kun sä tuplaklikkaat tonne aina tommoseen nuoleen, niin sit se vaan varppaa sen, kun tähän varppaa vaan näihin tämmösiin kengänkuviin tyyliin ja suurennuslasiin.
I don't need to.
Bogdanovilla jotain täällä.
I don't need to use that.
No, eipä kai.
Oh.
Ei taida olla. Mennään tuosta ne kengät sitten. Oho, täällähän tapahtuu jotain asioita.
Oh, a new salesman. His name appears to be Habib.
Hello. You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Just started today. How can I help you?
So, where's the other guy? Is he still working here?
No, they reassigned him to our branch in...
Chicago, North America?
Yes? How did you know?
Ei juman
Don't
kekka.
ask. Sounds like he's been banished to a hardship post, not reassigned.
You seem to have an interest in him. Did he sell you a lot of shoes?
Heck no. That man couldn't sell a pair of Sombertinis to Imelda Marcos. He did nothing but insult me every time I stopped by.
Ah, I know about that terrific reputation of Sombertini shoes, ma'am. But who is Miss Marcos? An actress?
No, she was the wife of some former leader. Apparently, she had a fixation for expensive shoes.
Oh, whatever. So, what can I
Hyvä.
fix you up with?
Oh, whatever.
I need a fancy
So
shoe
anyway.
for burning a hole on the dance floor.
Oh, we don't carry that line of flame-throwing shoes. I don't think they have those in the Union, ma'am. But they are very popular in India.
I didn't mean that literally. I just need a comfortable pair of dancing shoes. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that there are shoes that throw flames in India?
Sure. Very popular among the young men. An excellent way of grabbing the attention of young women, you see.
What an awful way to get a woman's attention. Anyway, in plain English, I need some comfortable dancing shoes.
Of course, ma'am. Take a look at this pair.
They look comfy, and the color's perfect.
They are excellent shoes for clubbing, ma'am.
Ihan uskomattoman rumat.
I'm not much of a clubber, but I
Ei
love
millään
the
pahalla.
style. So I'll take them.
A very wise choice, ma'am. You're sure to be the queen of the dance floor.
Me? Queen of the dance floor? We'll see about that.
They are the latest fashion from Milan, ma'am. I'm sure you won't be
We
disappointed.
were coming back from in
That'll
a van
be
from Milan.
$375.
Yksi parhaista riimeistä
It's
populaarimusiikin
not
historiassa.
exactly in my price range.
Adamante Antsin eka The
Oh,
Dirk
darn.
vs.
I
White
don't think your
Soxilta
store is included in my
kappale
clothing lease agreement.
The Day
Is
I
it?
Met God.
I don't know anything about your lease, ma'am.
Se laulaa.
But I know
We
that
were
our store has
coming
never
back in
been
the
part of
van
a leasing package.
from Milan.
You need to pay by credit.
Oh, I don't think I have enough credit left for these shoes, but I really want them. So I'll need to make an arrangement for extended credit. I'm size 10.5. Can you hold a pair for me?
10.5. Certainly, ma'am.
Certainly, man.
Well, time to visit the bank.
Voi jumalauta, kun pitääkin pankkiikin mennä.
Refresh my allied investors link in my
Noiden
navigation
kenkien
app.
takia. Vähän nyt
Darn. I hate banks.
huolellisempaa taloudenpitoa, Phoenix. Nyt jotain vivusta alettaisiin ottamaan. Missä on pankki? Aha. Tähän siinä tapahtuu. Mikä toi on? Se on joku näppäimistö varmaan. Häiritsevä. Siellä on joku, joka voi puhua ehkä. On se näppäimistö. Niitä on kakkaa kyllä voi puhua. Mitä nää?
Good old HDI. What would we do without it?
En mä äksä lukea mitä luottoluokitusta kenellekin kelpuutetaan. Missä on mun henkilökohtainen pankkiavustaja siinä?
That's Beatrice, my investment consultant. I really like her. She advises me about the little money I have. But the things she tells me sound like gibberish all the time.
Mikäs sen HDI
I'm
on?
not sure if it's a good idea for me to invest my funds based on suggestions from a person who has a lower HDI than me.
Kyllä se varmaan enemmän tietää raha-asioista, ainakin noista jutuista päätellä.
She looks busy right now. Maybe I should make an appointment first.
Voi vitsit. Varataan sitten aika tänne. Niin.
I should be able to make an appointment using this terminal.
Hei, we have existing
I
account.
don't want to look at my account details right now.
No, mä oon näin paljon rahaa.
I need to enter my social security number here.
Voi fuck ass. Mikä se nyt on? 29372. 29372. 49252. 49252. Your investment consultant is Beatrice Vigo. She's currently available. Would you like to walk in right now? Yes. No, se kovin kiireinen. Olisi voinut kysyä, että onko se kiireinen.
Hi, Beatrice.
En mä toki tiedä, mikä tämän pankin protokolla on, mutta niin kuin yleisesti ottaen.
Things have been quite hectic this week. How about you?
Pretty good. I have the details of the new investment funds. Would you like me to go over them with you?
Oh, not again.
Phoenix, dear, these are important decisions. I already made some preparations for your account. I'll make it very quick.
Okay, if you promise it'll be quick.
Right. Now, as you know, we have three main types of investment funds. Types A, B, and C.
What do these A, B, and C represent again?
Kun laita kaikki vaan semmoiseen, missä on isoin tuotto-odotus.
These include
Sillä mennään.
investments for most stable companies, such as the Zap stores and the Global Peace and Security Network that you work for.
What are the returns like?
Well, of course, the returns for these companies are low, largely because they are very stable. Their credibility ratings are extremely high, and everybody wants to loan them money, since there is very little risk involved.
I'm curious about the figures.
For a Type A fund, a typical return would be around 1 to 1.5% annually. If they have losses, you may lose money, of course, but that is extremely unlikely. Our market researchers predict that the probability of making profits from a Type A fund is 99.8%.
How about Types B and C?
Type B is comprised of ventures that are slightly risky, like the Southwest Escape food chain and the Thing Stores chain. Their returns are higher, around 6 to 8%.
I probably don't want to hear about Type C, right?
Perhaps not. These are what we call risky ventures.
Sinne
Usually brand
kaikki.
new companies. Typically, the venture capital companies
Enkä
risk
sijoittaa
investing in
sinne.
these after very careful evaluations.
I think I'll stick to Type A. I have so little money. I wouldn't want to see it wasted on some junk bond.
Exactly. Wise choice, Phoenix. I'm going to roll over your account to the Type A investment funds.
Thank you. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye, Phoenix. Take care.
No miten se mun extended credit?
Huh. Same thing every time. I listen to her without understanding zip.
No jos et tosta tajunnut mitään,
end up
niin
doing what
ei
she
kannata alkaa
suggests. Anyway,
dissaamaan
get
ainakaan
on
ton
with your
Beatricein
business,
hodeita.
You have shopping to do.
Meidän ton perusteella, niin sulla on aika huono tietotaito raha-asioista. Extended
I
credit.
should be able to get extended credit here for those shoes. How much were they again?
Onks tää joku helvetin puzzle-peli, että saa lisää krediittiä?
I should use this credit ASAP, or else I might be in trouble.
Mitä ne kengät maksaa? En mä muista. Tonni tää varmaan on. Lähdetään tonnilla.
Let's do some shopping.
Let's do it. Ja tonnilla pitäis kengät saada.
Hi, I'm back. The shoes are still available, right?
Of course, ma'am. That
375.
would be
No, tonnilla saa sitten jotain muutakin.
PA, pay Gary's shoes, $375.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll ship them to your address immediately.
Thank you.
I got the perfect dancing shoes. They cost a fortune, but hey, that's what credit's for.
Näin on. Se on semmoinen juttu, että siellä tonnilla sitten voidaan vaikka ostaa drinksuja.
Hello, dear.
Hi, Sandra.
Want to meet tonight?
Sure.
At the cafe? Round 8?
Ei.
See you.
Ei.
Bye.
Ei mitään kahvilla, kun sinne tuon klubille nyt pikkuhiljaa. Voi helvetti sentään. Oi helvetti näin. Tää tuo Thing Storessa voi tehdä mukavia. Mihin sitten? Pierulle ei pääse. Pystyykö tää auttaa enempää?
I don't need to go there anymore.
No voiko täällä sitten tehdä jotain, kun tänne pääsee? Vai onko tää nyt muuten vaan, että jos haluat tutkia vähän mitä täällä on? Mikäs toi torture on?
That's an ad for an NGO. NGOs are the pressure groups that look out for the general interest of our society.
Torture. Brutal tactics of information extraction are fully supported by the rogue state governments. Studies show that the rate of neurotic tendencies among the sufferers are constantly on the rise. Amnesty Global. Täällähän me ei kiduteta ketään. Tää lähinnä jos haluaa tämmöstä luoreja tutkia dystooppisia kaiken maailman kyvyttäjiä ja muita julistuksia, niin tai propagandajuttuja, on kovin dystooppista, jos kidutus halutaan kieltää, mutta siis state-sanctioned murder of the youth.
Union society. Every union citizen is expected to join an NGO to repay her debt to the union system.
The rogue state authorities murder their own mentally ill citizens while denying free help from World Union organizations to cure them. Help us raise awareness among rogue state citizens to stop these murders. No on semmonen juttu, että ei tääkään mielenterveyden ongelmasta kovin hyvin pärjää, kun heitetään johonkin alempaan kastiin kuitenkin. Unhealthy genes are bound to become extinct. The sufferers and the unexploitable's future on Earth is seriously in jeopardy. Hereditary genetic diseases are wiping out rogue state peoples by millions every year. Global Health Organization. No joo, lopetetaan nyt tää paska länkytys. Tonne ei päästä, täällä ei oo mitään. Tuskin on vieläkään mitään, paitsi se yksi böcker. Voisiko tää vaikka katsoa näihin laatikoihin, mitä täällä on? Kun niistä oli puhetta.
There are boxes.
There are boxes. 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 Mikäs tuo?
Wow. It's a laptop computer with no network connection. I am really surprised that Dr. Spencer was still using one of these. You risk losing all your data if it fails.
Tässä on just tää, että kun tätä kuvakulmaa en onnistunut silloin viime kerran saamaan niinku kohdilleen, niin en huomannut tätä. Upea. Onks toi tietokoneen logo vai onks toi joku tarkoitus? Ahaa, se on se kun Thomas More on tää. Salasana.
Yes, we're in.
Noin. Welcome, Dr. Spencer. Kaarpakessa on flyer. Ja draft. Niitä ei saa sieltä pois. Okay. Documents. Ei mitään. Internet.
How repulsive. I can't believe Spencer had such terrible taste.
Sambua's crazy butts. I'm too young for this. Äijää kattoo vähän pokekuvia tuolla. Onks tää nyt tää läppä tässä vaan?
Yes, we're in.
En tuokaan mitään. Mä oon pettynyt. Nää voi siirtää tuonne dokumentteihin, mutta niitä voi siirtää työpöydälle. Just silleen niinku tietokoneet toimii.
I should check out this history department.
Events that led to the World Union. Keynote speaker Melvin Phillips Spencer.
Discrepancies in World Union history? This stuff is highly controversial. Very few people dispute the recent history of great economic war, and most of them are not nearly as credible as Dr. Spencer. Then again, his credibility went down the drain when he used that illegal device, didn't it?
Ai. No.
PA. Add Adrianopolis University to my navigation map.
Nyt se on päällä koko ajan. Oispa jättänyt ne pyllykuvat siihen. Yliopisto.
It's getting late.
It's getting late. Joko me voidaan mennä klubbaan? No nyt ne kengätkin on tullut. Joko ono.
I know what to wear tonight.
Kyllä, mutta haluatko mennä kahville sen kanssa? Tätä kaverille kuvaa tästä naurettavasta asusta, mutta vittu kun tätä ei se pysymään. Noin, voidaan naureskella yhdessä sitten täällekin taas. Sehän se hauskinta on. No mitäs siellä klubilla nyt? Meneekö tää jotakin ihan tanssimaan vai? Vai meneekö me sinne kahville? Café Rosé.
Ooh la la, Phoenix. You look like you're ready to paint the town red.
Are you serious? Do you really like it?
Of course I do.
Are you sure I won't embarrass you?
Don't be silly. You look sensational.
Mutta joko me mennään sinne...
Shall we head to Carpe Diem then?
No niin.
It's a bit early, but sure, why not?
Nyt Carpe Diem vaan leidit ja menoks. Juma! Kunnon katedraaliklubi. Niinku Berliinissä ois. Vielä kun joku kusis päälle, niin päästäis tunnelmaan.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
No bull. Kova paita, kova paita.
I love the artwork on the windows here. Those paintings
Onks tuo Commander Keen?
Ancient story. Very hard to examine them properly though, with all the
Onko
light.
tää Commander Keen, jota tuolla vasemmassa yläkulmassa? Täällä. Onko se Commander Keen? Oispa, koska sit tässä on L-bandi viittaus ja Commander Keen viittaus. Tuo näyttää ihan Commander Keen, tai se välttämättä oikeesti on, mutta se näyttää siltä. Mä oon ihan järkyttynyt. Kauheeta huumetanssia tuolla. Yhä sattuu mahaan tuolla. Pitää vaan masua silleen, voi voi. Kai mä menen tänne tanssilattiin.
Well, that's what I call a dance floor. A dance platform.
Mä edenkin järkyttynyt, onks toi Commander Keen? Jos tuo on Commander Keen, niin mä en pääse yli siitä. Mitä helvettiä nyt sitä haluaa? Aivan kauheita pelejä. Ei tommosia referenssejä. Sitä olisi lähtenyt Doomkain ennemmin sinne. No niin, nyt lähtee. Phoenix näyttää, kun otetaan tanssilattia haltuun. Sitten pari tessot naamaa ja huomenna töihin. No, nyt on klupattu. Mitäs sitten?
That light had such a soothing effect on me.
Mä en jaksa noita Alessandra jutteluita koipoi tehdä.
I don't need to talk to her right now.
No, haluaisitko se jonkun muun kaa puhua? Vai lähdetäänkö me nyt pois täältä klubilta sit vaan? Tästä tuli joku kysymysmerkki. Missä se on?
That light had...
Okei. Okay. Oh god.
That light had such...
Se on se sama. No, oliko se siinä se klubbailu? Pitikö mun tehdä se jotain? Mä en yhtään kiinnittänyt huomioon. Kun mä oon vähän tosiaan skipannut niitä Alessandran juttuja, niin... Mä en vaan millään jaksa gossippaa sen kanssa, oikein kiinnostaa.
Oh, how can I be so irresponsible? Everybody knows that credit is meant to be used immediately. By not using the full amount of my extended credit, I've actually denied someone else the opportunity to use that credit. The funds in the economy can only be used at maximum efficiency if everyone in the system uses their credit line to its limit. This principle is the fundamental concept that allows everybody to enjoy an interest-free credit line. Oh, I'm a peace officer who needs to be setting an example. I cannot allow this to happen again.
Hups. Ei olisi pitänyt nostaa tonnia. No, semmoista se on. Joskus tulee nostettua tonni, joskus tulee nostettua vähän. Tonne ei pääse. Tonne ei pääse. Tuolla ei tee mitään. Tuo on carpe diemi. Tonne ei pääse. Mennään yliopistoon. Tää on vikapäivä, mikä mä päästä. Mä menen nukkuu. Kuinkas fiksu jengi tää?
A very typical HDI. For her line of work, that is.
Nämä melkein kaikilla kuin 70 jotain. Missä on kaikki... No ei ne varmaan töissä ne älykkäimmät kaikista.
Strange painting. It's somewhat disturbing.
A poster about the Eastern bloodbath. Not like I want to remember any of that.
Ja vittu käsittämätön toi never again fontti tossa. Ei jumalauta sentään. Kaikenlaista paskaa sitä onkin.
She looks like she's in charge here.
Hi, I need some information about the late Dr. Spencer. Can you help me?
If you need help about rescheduling your classes, you're gonna have to wait until the new professor arrives.
But I'm not a student.
Who are you then?
My name is Phoenix Wallace, and I'm here to inquire about the death of Dr. Melvin Philip Spencer.
May I ask who sent you?
I work for the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center. And you are?
My name is Yanka Gabor. I'm the departmental secretary here. So tell me, why have you come?
I'm here to get some information about Dr. Spencer.
In that case, what can I do for you?
May I call you Yanka?
Of course. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Thank
Hyvänäköinen kahvi
And
tossa.
please, call me Phoenix.
Sure, Phoenix.
What are your responsibilities here in the office, Yanka?
Well, basically everything. From arranging meetings, to ordering flowers for our faculty members' significant others. I guess I am a jack of all trades.
How long did you know Dr. Spencer?
I worked for him for a total of 10 years.
Here at the university?
Yes. I started here at the history department 10 years ago. Dr. Spencer was an associate professor at that time.
Wow, you knew him for quite a long time.
Yes, and I will miss him dearly. Such a wonderful person to work for.
Are you aware of the circumstances surrounding Dr. Spencer's death?
Not entirely. Just the things that I heard on the news. The rumor is that he
Kun
died
neljäs
while in
mappi on
bed
lähtenyt
with a
käyntiin.
secret lover.
A secret lover? Where did you hear that?
I heard it from Ivana, his preferred sexual partner. She found his body, you know. And she told me that Dr. Spencer appeared as if he had just
Ei
had
oo vielä.
sex.
Who did he just have sex with? Ivana?
No. This happened before Ivana arrived.
How could she tell he had sex?
She hasn't told me about any specifics, but just mentioned that there were obvious signs.
So, does this preferred partner know who his secret lover is?
No, she doesn't know. But I think this lover was the person who introduced Dr. Spencer to the device that everyone keeps talking about.
Do you think he died while having sex?
I am positive.
Onko se niinku illegal device, joku niinku sähköshokkeja antava dildo vai?
I think you're in the wrong profession
Vai
then,
mikä
Janka.
homma?
You would make one hell of a detective.
I would? Oh, thank you, Phoenix.
Do you know who Spencer's historical hero was?
I think it was Sir Thomas More. Are you familiar with him?
Well, the name rings a bell, but I can't recall who he was.
I guess he was the right-hand man of the English king Henry VIII and later killed for his opinion or something.
Oh, I remember him now. He was the Lord Chancellor and a very trusted aide of Henry VIII. And when the king wanted to divorce his nuptial partner, More refused to support him due to religious reasons.
Right. Dr. Spencer used to tell me that he really admired this man because he was a man of honor and principles. He didn't change his stance, even under threat of death.
Yes, I also remember that he was eventually decapitated by Henry VIII. He died just because he stood by his ideals.
I guess he shouldn't have been that defiant. After all, it was somebody else's agreement, not his. If there isn't anything further, I think I need to get back to my work. I need to make some preparations now, since Dr. Spencer isn't here.
I will come back with more questions.
Sure.
Well, this conversation went nowhere fast.
No sulla oli aika paskat vaihtoehdot mitä kysyä, että voisit opetella niinku keksiä jotain semmosia vaihtoehtoja, mitkä vie johonkin. Eikä jotain tommoista, että kysy diipadaapaa. Minkä mä sitten voi mennä juttelemaan? Tonne ei voi mennä, tonne ei voi mennä. Tonne ei voi mennä. Noihin ei voi mennä, tonne voi mennä. Tuolla ei oo mitään. Ei tuolla sitten pidä seikkailemalla löytää jotain, mitä ei millään jaksais. Kun ei täällä tee mitään.
I don't need to.
I don't need. No. Mä veikkaan, että Chief ei kyllä kiinnosta yhtään Spenceria, se rakastaa. Varmaan tuli joku kirjoitusvirhe, tai sitten on oikeesti niin daiju tää Phoenix. Mitäs siinä Ankasta muuten lukee? My name is Janka Gabor with all the pomp and circumstance. Okei, vähän kringe. Eudos se siihen. Ehkä vittuileva. En tiedä miksi, mutta Phoenix osaa olla munapää. Johan se on huomattu. 208. Päiväunet. Kato. Perkele. Semmoset pystyy ottaa. Hyvä.
What should I wear?
No toi räväkkä asu tietysti. Me ei enää ikinä pidetä mitään muuta kuin tää. Tissit paljana mennään ihan kaikkialla. Ihan käsittämätön asu. Ei mitään tolkkua. Carpe diem. Tapahtuuko täällä nyt oikeesti jotain? Nyt musta tulee tämmönen kunnon klubitykittäjä. Mä en käy enää ikinä missään mun klubeilla. Toi no boo-tyyppikin on täällä aina. Mulle tulee päihdeongelma. Mä voin jatkaa näitä tutkimusta ja sitten Dagmar heittää mut pois. Ja on ton on pakko olla Commander kiinni. Ei mitään järkeä. Miksi se on? Kysy vaan. Mä voin enää mennä tanssimaan kaiken. No en mä täällä voi tehdä yhtään mitään. Miksi mä tänne haluaisin tulla sitten? En edes suostu menee tanssi lattialle. Nää vittu ihan se on paskapaikka. No mites tää? Tähtipölyklubi. Ja musta tuntuu, että tääkään ei enää ikinä tule oleen sitä yhtä tyyppiä. Okei, no mennään Phoenix House nukkumaan. Se päivä oli siinä sitten. Siihen voidaan seivata. Ihan hyviä eteli kai. Voisin veikalla. Sitten jatketaan joku toinen päivä. Semmottiin tämmöttiin. Nyt näitä näppäimiltä näkemiin.